All right, let's look at a couple of other things. I don't know how many of you saw this, but Glenn Greenwald, one of the last true leftists, Glenn Greenwald, sort of whitewashed Alex Jones's handling of Sandy Hook. Take a listen to this.
So, I mentioned before, I want to ask you a little bit about Sandy Hook. I know the expectation is I'm supposed to come here and bash you over the head about Sandy Hook.
Go ahead, I deserve it.
No, I have no interest in doing that. I don't give a shit what the expectations are. It would bore me if I tried. You've talked about it extensively for people who are interested in it. You've been deposed about it. You've talked for hours about it. People interested in the particulars can go watch that if they want. I'm not going to jump through hoops in order to appease people angry that I'm here. I do, though, want to ask you about a question that I'm actually interested in myself, which is, you have you just said that you have made mistakes. Obviously, one of those is the stuff you said about Sandy Hook. We watched you in the film come very clean about the fact that you made statements that turned out to be untrue. You've obviously spent a lot of kind of reflective time. It's like the soulful Alex Jones we got to see in the last part of
He's really reflected on his mistakes.
The film. What is it that you think caused you to do that? You reference some things, and I identify with it myself, that when, people who lie for a living are telling you that you're a liar, when people who are whose job it is to spread disinformation are accusing you of doing that, you kind of want to dig in a little bit and not give an inch to people who aren't criticizing you in good faith. But what is it about kind of how social media works, about how kind of...
Yeah, Alex, tell us how social media victimized you and all of that stuff.
Groups function. Have you thought about some of the psychological and cultural dynamics that led you to make some of those mistakes in Sandy Hook?
Alex, please tell us how all of the horrible things you said about Sandy Hook, including that the deaths of children were imagined, tell us how that was actually a result of how social media treated you. Dear God, that is Glenn Greenwald. Off the rails, completely off the rails.